We are live in Las Vegas right now for the One Wall Challenge Finals.
Even on the serve.
And the Women's Pro Big Ball One Wall event featuring Tracy Davis and Danielle Daskalakis.
Dave, believe it or not, these two ladies have played over 20 times in tournament matches. Never once played One Wall Big Ball singles against each other, though. Before we get entrenched into this game, Dave, I'd like to congratulate you on being awarded the #1 broadcaster at this event for handball. So congratulations to you on that. That you'll wear that with pride.
I'm wearing my medal today. Danielle is just smoking that ball.
Here, I got another ball. Here you go.
It almost looks as if it's a small ball out there. She's hitting it so hard.
One serves one.
Two terrible returns in a row from Tracy. I mean, those were serves that were right in the middle of the court.
2 serve 0.
Tracy has to be feeling the effects of all these matches, Dave.
No, absolutely.
I mean, she woke up this morning and played a 9 a.m. mixed doubles match, followed by a 3-wall singles.
She also had to play the semifinals here in One Wall singles.
Right.
Just a little bit earlier, and she almost gets up to get that ball, but
yeah.
Tracy looks at this like a workout, she told me. You know, I come out here, I'm working out. She said if I wasn't doing this, I'd be home running and doing other things.
Danielle has never beat Tracy in singles.
I have a feeling that's going to change here. Danielle's been dominating big ball, one wall, women's action.
Yeah. We've not seen a rally more than 3 shots in this match. It's been serve, return, kill, or serve, no return. And there's the announcer's curse.
Tracy goes over the top of the ball, hits a flat roll out in front of Daskalakis.
1 serves 4.
Tracy's certainly getting a lot of matches in out here in Las Vegas, and she holds her ground quite well there. Gets another point. Can't hear the referee's microphone.
2 serves 4.
But now we do, 2-4.
And Dave, I would not write Tracy off yet. This is a long match. They're playing to 25.
So good? Did you see that line? I thought the ball was good. Point.
You know, Dave, when we play to 25 indoors, we feel like, well, this is so fast, but out here it feels like it's a marathon. Probably because of the heat.
You know that
second serve
TV show they have, I believe, on the Discovery Channel called I Survived?
Well, if you're going to say that I survived Vegas, I won't.
No, I'm just talking about people have been in strange situations where they might be stranded on an island because of being left while they're snorkeling and a cruise ship leaves, and then they're stuck there for 40 days or 2 months or whatever the case may be, and they give you the tale from the beginning to the end of all the perils that went along the way. That's what I feel like out here in the broadcast booth. It's so hot that we're almost here at the very end. We can hear the helicopter, and we're waving for them, but they're not dropping down to pick us up.
Well, I can say that between the two of us, Dave, we put in a combined 260 hours of work this week.
It's not normal for an announcer to...
5 serves 4.
Actually, anybody. Look at the camera folks that are running this with us. Linda Manning, Chris Grad, Jeff Kastner, and
they're also up into the mid-100s per person.
They're actually putting in more hours, and it's just unreal.
David serving at 4 serves 5. Screen ball, automatic screen.
Tracy knows the rules. She doesn't even play this form of handball.
4 serves 5.
Served that ball between her legs, and she automatically knew that that was going to be a replay.
Point.
That was an amazing big ball hook, which you don't see too often. Tracy sending that out the door. That might be out. No call. Might be
Tracy
ideal.
has a great serve down the right. She does it inside, she does it outside. And she disguises it with that very long,
That's a point to the
flowing
server.
swing.
The score is 6 serves 5.
Both these ladies, Dave, sponsored by the New York Athletic Club, which is one of the most
Side out.
prestigious athletic clubs in the country. We hold one of our Race for 8 stops there in March. We'll be going back there
5 serves 6.
in March of 2015 for the second consecutive year. And Dave, it's just a magnificent place. I mean, so much history. They've got a decorated list of Olympic champions and national champions. These two ladies being
6
two of the
serves
most
5.
prominent right now. Both holding current national championships and world championships.
Side out.
If you're wondering who's playing right now, just tuned in. One of the greatest outdoor women's players
Back
of all
on.
time, Tracy
Score is
Davis.
5 serves 6.
Returning the serve, and up in the service box is Danielle Daskalakis. Wearing the white.
Danielle is left-handed, Dave, but wouldn't necessarily know it because she's got two really nice
Side out.
hands.
First
Tracy,
timeout, Davis.
Tracy, a right-hand dominant player,
You'll
but
be
she's
serving
also proficient with her
at
left.
6 serves 5.
Has a completely different swing with her left than her right, but still very effective with both.
You're watching the World Three-Wall Ball Outdoor Handball, Racquetball, Paddleball Championships brought to you by World Outdoor Racquetball, National Paddleball Association, World Players of Handball, Edel Handball, Ahern Construction, thruwallball.com, and presented by Echelon Outdoor, hosted by the Stratosphere Hotel and Casino. We're actually in their overflow parking area right on Las Vegas Boulevard, right on the Strip. And Dave, yesterday you said that you timed yourself from your hotel room down here, not believing that you can get here in less than 3 minutes, but I think you timed it out at like 2 minutes and 47 seconds, something like that.
It was about 2 minutes, and 47 seconds, and I had to wait for 15 seconds for the elevator, which is the longest I've ever waited, so it conceivably could be about 2.5 minutes.
I had a good one going yesterday. I decided to pull that stopwatch out and see if what it would take and just average yours, and I got out to the stoplight across the street. Instead of just running across the street like I told myself to do, I decided just to wait for the light. And if it wasn't for that light, I would have gotten here in about 1 minute and 13 seconds, but then it ended up being 5 minutes. I caught it in the wrong cycle.
Yeah.
So I guess to each his own. If I would have jaywalked and broke a log, probably could have gotten here in record time.
2 timeouts remaining.
They say on Wikipedia that their elevators are the fastest in the United States. And if you watch it go from floor 20 to floor 1, you would be screaming if they had glass walls. You're able to see out because that is lightning fast down. It'd be an amusement ride.
Well,
if you saw what you were doing.
You can get to the top of the Stratosphere Tower in under 30 seconds. That's 1,100 feet.
Side out. 5 serves 7.
Boy, these players are overextending themselves
Point.
this weekend, and you're seeing the finals of the women's big ball, one ball
6 serves
championship.
7.
6-7 is the score here. Daskalakis serving to Davis. Now, both Danielle as well as Sandy Ng idolizing Tracy Davis as they grew up.
Together at 7.
We travel on the Pro Small Ball Tour, and we go to different locations, and you see the women
Second serve.
at these locations walk over to Tracy, and she's always so giving of her time. They want their pictures taken with her, and they idolize her.
She's an amazing ambassador to the sport. Danielle's following in her footsteps, though, as a junior coach in New York City, teaching the game to a lot of young players.
Oh, look at that shot between the legs.
Point.
Danielle herself learned the game through the ICHA, founded by Paul Williams, who's
8 serves 7.
literally introduced the game to thousands of kids, many of whom are still playing into their 20s and 30s and even 40s.
Point.
Great serve and shoot there from Tracy Davis. That's called the first strike
9
kill.
serves 7.
I don't think that needs any explanation.
Block ball. We're going to replay that. Here we go. Sandy, get that? It's a replay. 9 serve 7.
This match going a lot slower than I thought it would.
Well, you
Side
know,
out.
there's a lot more rallies in big ball handball.
Sandy.
I'm not sure if that's because I hear the helicopter or
Timeout. Danielle. You will be serving at 7 serve 9.
we're also going to take a quick timeout in the booth. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Stick around here for more action at the Watch ESPN app.
Rethink what you know about this Vegas icon. Elevate your expectations at the Stratosphere Hotel, Casino, and Tower. See what's new, up, down, and all around.
Ahern Rentals is the largest independently owned and operated rental business in the United States. We are proud to maintain outstanding working relationships with over 100 manufacturers, including JLG, Skyjack, Genie, Kubota, Multiquip, Honda, and many more. From coast to coast, Ahern Rentals is here to service your equipment rental needs. For a complete list of locations near you, please visit us at www.ahern.com or call 1-800-400-1610.
It's really hot out here. Trying to give him, hoping that he's staying hydrated.
Referee trying to cover himself a little bit here because some fans were chirping at him for letting the girls, the women pros here,
Here we go.
get a little extra time. And he said, I just want to make sure they're hydrated. You might recall in that first year,
Prepare the score.
Sandy Ing had
7 serves 9.
pretty severe dehydration out here. Referee trying to make sure
Point.
everybody stays safe, giving him about 20 extra seconds.
8 serves 9. Point. 9 serves 9.
Not sure if our sideline reporter saw this,
Side
but
out.
there are more people watching the women's pro final than
9
watch
serves
the
9.
men's.
Well, don't tell her that.
Point. Ten serves 9.
Daskalakis has 9,
Point.
Tracy Davis has 10, now 11 for Tracy Davis and 9 for Daskalakis.
Thank you. Here
So
we
many
go.
great sports going on.
11
Dave,
serves
on this
9.
Sunday, we're thankful that you tuned in here to ESPN3 to
Long.
check out some outdoor ball handball.
Second serve.
Of course, you've got a full slate of NFL games, plus the conclusion of the FedEx Cup playoffs, Dave, where Billy
Side
Horschel
out.
stands to make $13.48 million in his last 3
Okay,
starts.
we're back. Score is 9 serves 11.
That's $648,000 a day if you're counting at home.
Point. 10 serves 11. Point.
There's another point now for Daskalakis,
Point to
now
the server.
altogether at 11.
Score is 11-11.
This is quite the battle. Now, talking to some of the
Side out.
handball
Good
guys
deal.
like John Rookie Wright
All good.
and Izzy Rivera leading up to
thought the
this
ball was out.
tournament and
The ball's
asking
out as well.
from the seating committee standpoint, Dave, how do you seed this one?
Sir,
Because
sir,
we
sir.
have
This is a championship
Tracy
match.
Davis, who really doesn't play one wall
Here we
big
go.
ball,
The score is
into the mix with
11
some of
serves
these
11.
top women players, and both of those guys agreed that Tracy would make it to the finals based off of her athleticism alone.
Yeah.
Just saying that the fittest survive out
Side
here.
out. Danielle, here we go.
And that's why Tracy was put into the
Ball
bottom
in, ball in.
bracket
Watch out, Danielle.
and split up from Danielle, because
Here we
she
go.
probably would have been a 4 or 5
11 serves
seed.
11. Long.
And both those guys
Second
agreed that
serve.
she should be in the bottom bracket somewhere and away from Danielle. What about that movement there? Can you do that?
Point.
Well, that's for the referee to decide. There was subtle movement there, but no complaint from either lady.
12 serves 11.
It wasn't subtle, I didn't think.
Side out. 11 serves
Dave,
12.
you're formerly ranked number 2 on the Pro Tour in small ball. Of course, you know 3 wall. You've been to the
Side
semifinals of the Nationals there, and you've also won a bunch of
12
junior
serves 11.
national championships in all codes, to include 1 wall. And you've heard the remarks from people saying it's just tough to play a left-hander. I hate it myself. I've never really been able to beat anybody that had dominant hand being the left.
11 serves 12.
But what does it feel like when you're in the court as a lefty playing somebody else that's a lefty? Is
Yeah,
that an
very-
awkward thing for you?
very
Because that would even be
difficult.
more rare,
Side
wouldn't it?
out.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
point.
very,
Sorry.
very difficult.
I would say it's the most rare thing in handball.
Yeah.
The point. Together
I'm
at
watching
12.
Danielle play, and Tracy keeps hitting balls over to her left. I'm wondering why she does it. I mean, she sees something I don't, but
Second serve.
I think she likes the return that she's getting from Danielle.
Yeah. Unless
Second serve.
Danielle can return the ball left to left, it's going to come back to Tracy's strong hand, because generally the return's going to go back to the middle of the court or to the right
Good
side of
ball.
the court.
Point.
That was a great overhand drive winner.
13 serves 12. Side out.
And Dave, every time one of these ladies starts to put together a run, we'll see one of them hit a serve out.
Here we go. The score is 12 serves 13.
And now it'll be Danielle's turn to possibly retake the lead. We've had 7 lead changes here in this one-game
Point.
match. We're playing to 25, so Dave, at this rate, we could see the lead change hands 15
Together at
times.
13.
Another 8 more times.
Point. Samantha. It's a point. Score is 14-13. Point.
Some quick points here for
15, 13.
Daskalakis. A 2-point lead, Dave. This is a runaway.
Second
Well, you know,
serve.
it started with the side out from Tracy hitting the serve wide, and we've seen this throughout this match.
Point.
That's a smart shot right there from Daskalakis. Now she's starting to rack up the points.
Well, that's the most fun shot to hit in one wall, is when you get that overhand spike and angle it
16-13.
off the court. Amazing serves.
Point.
And Tracy's played the 2 best outdoor servers in women's handball,
17-13.
Tanisha in 3-wall and now Danielle in 1-wall. Kind of like facing Nolan Ryan and
out.
Randy Johnson in the same day. Have to be thinking to yourself, what do I need to do here? I'm just trying to get myself
at
in the rally,
13-17.
and these ladies have such incredible serves.
Tracy has Danielle on the run, goes over to the left,
Point.
gets that point now, 14-17. Danielle might
Second
call a
timeout
timeout here, and she
For
does.
Danielle. Upon the return, no, not yet. It's the championship game. The score will be 14-17. Davis will be serving.
Timeout in Las Vegas. Dave, are you still thinking about doing the sky jump off the Stratosphere Tower?
Well, I've already done it 6 times. So,
That's a pretty hefty price tag.
yeah. Well, I put it on the company bill, so I'm not too worried about that.
There's the Stratosphere there. Right out in the middle of the desert here in Las Vegas. It would be really nice for that tower to start giving us a shower of some shade right about now. You think something that big would have some shadow, it would be casting somewhere, but it's certainly not casting our direction. Not until about 4:30 or 5 o'clock does that tower actually even show itself, as it's leaving really no shadow whatsoever. And they, as I read up a little bit, the architects, they created it and positioned it in such a way that it's like a time clock there, where it just is in just a perfect position where it doesn't have a shadow that goes all over the whole city. It's a pretty remarkable structure. You can see that big marquee from here. It looks like just a marquee, but look that up on Wikipedia when you're searching about all of the different records the Stratosphere holds. It's one of the biggest marquees in the world. At one time it was the biggest in the United States.
Well, speaking of marquees, Dave, this has to be the marquee women's one-wall big ball singles match that you could orchestrate.
Yeah, I don't know. You can't really pull this off unless you're in Vegas.
Even when Tracy's in New York, she doesn't really play one-wall big ball. So she literally has to fly, meet up with her good friend and competitor and NYAC teammate to play her here in Vegas.
I like that shot from Tracy. How does she even have enough energy to even go for that perfect, powerful kill shot down the middle?
I really don't know.
Technical difficulty. The score is 16-17.
Tracy now right back in this match. You thought Danielle might break away when she took that 4-point lead, but now it's Tracy within one.
Side out.
Well, it was Danielle that took the timeout,
Score is 17-16.
but it benefited Tracy. Ball looked like it broke.
Second serve.
There's
Side
another
out.
side out. Tracy Davis has
Davis is serving
16
16-17.
points.
Point.
Now we're tied up again, Dave, for the 9th time.
Together at 17.
And
Outside. That ball was out. That's a point.
that was very close. I think the right
Pull
shot
out
there
loud,
for
Ryan.
Danielle. Hard to
Score
play the
is
ball
18-17.
that close to the lines when you have these wind gusts, even though they're only 8 to 10 miles per hour. It's enough to push that ball an inch or two wide.
Side out.
Dave, virtually every rally now ending with a kill shot or a pass shot. We're seeing very few
17-18.
errors now.
Point.
Oh, and that could be the one that we circle on the scorecard. Tracy Davis dipping that kill shot attempt into the
Together at
ground.
18. Point. 19-18.
How impressive, though, Dave, for Tracy Davis, who does not play one-wall big ball, pushing the current national one-wall big ball women's champion all the way to the wire. I mean, she's certainly got a very good chance to win this match.
I think it's impressive just to see these women
20,
pros out
serve
here
18.
playing multiple rounds of handball deep in the hottest part of the day, still making amazing shots and
Second
showing off
serve.
the athleticism.
You can see Tracy not only takes care of her body, but she knows how
Side
to
out.
prepare herself for these matches. You can still, she's got a good sweat going here, you know, in the middle of the day. A lot of people would be dehydrated, not knowing how to prepare their body for
18-20.
this kind of unbelievable marathon.
I asked her right before the match started, how you feeling? She said, I think I'm getting sunburned.
Point. 19 serves 20.
But you're right, she really does prepare. Because
Point.
seeing that sweat on the body means that she's really
Together at 20.
soaking in the water and hydrating herself so
Long.
well, something that you and I have been also trying to do here in the booth. A couple days ago after the first night, I thought that I was getting a little bit of heat stroke symptoms. Just a
here we
headache
go.
all night
Second
long, could
serve.
not sleep. So I decided just to hit the water as hard as I could and kind of came out of it. Figured, Dave, and you
Side
know
out.
this from your experience in Fountain Valley this past year.
Okay, here we go.
You know, you go
Score is
into the
20,
doctor and they
serves
just start giving
20.
you liters of fluid. You say, well, I can get that liters of fluid right now without having a doctor. I'm just going to start drinking as much as possible.
Ball was short. Ball was short.
2020, Dave. We're playing
Second
to
serve.
25. Great serve. Danielle had to hit 3 perfect shots to win that rally.
Wait. Court. Just give me a second.
You can see that win, Dave.
Well, Willie didn't have to run out and get that. The wind was going to put it right in the same spot with another 20 bags.
That was a point. Okay.
Daskalakis at
The
21.
score is 21 serves 20.
What was the biggest lead here? 5 points?
4 points. That was by Daskalakis. Now she leads by 2.
Point.
And
Davis
it's
takes her second timeout.
Smart timeout from Tracy.
Serves 20.
Tracy Davis taking a timeout here, and it very well could be a
Good
smart
move.
one. She plays Daskalakis here in the final, going for that World Championship. It's 1 game to 25. You're watching on the Watch ESPN app. I know you've got a lot of choices, but we thank you for making us one of them. Today, a lot of football out there to be had on all the networks, but we appreciate the fact that you're here on this network. Also, all the games that you can watch on the Watch ESPN app. Dave, I saw you actually featured on the Watch ESPN app. Your picture is on there.
Cool.
Which is must be a nice thing. You know, ESPN took your photograph
Yeah.
and used it as part of their marketing for the sport of handball. I want to thank those at ESPN, Todd Myers, and those in our broadcast van, Chris Garrad, Linda Manning, Jeff Kastner, Molly Jean Trotter,
Let's get back.
you, Dave. I know we're missing Matt, Bruno Mars, Tanner Cleveland. I know there's been probably other camera operators and helpers that I'm not
That was a point
remembering
to
here,
serve.
but I want to thank them. Daskalakis now comes back in here at
We're back.
22 to 20, going to
The score
25.
is 22 serves 20. Screen. Wait, screen. I heard her say screen. Replay. 22 serves 20.
Danielle
Side out.
controlled the action there for the first 5 shots, but then it was Tracy who took
20
over and
serves
used
22.
the perfect block, earning that side out.
Side out.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's rough.
Well, that's a risky play there. You're down 20-22. You got to put that
22
serve
serves
in.
20.
Give yourself a chance to win a point.
I like that return, but
Out.
she hits it
That's a
too
point.
far.
Yeah, that was about a foot long.
I like the idea.
23 serves 20.
23 to 20 here, going to 25.
This will mean a lot to Danielle if she's able to defeat Tracy for the first
Point.
time, and now she's just 1 point from doing just that.
It does look like she's probably
Championship point. 24 serves 20.
going to get it here.
Side out.
Oh, and she misses that kill shot underhand paddle. Davis now needs
20
5 points,
serves
and she needs to
24.
do it rather quickly here. There's one.
Well, the good thing about handball is that there's no
Point.
shot clock, so you have to score that final point. You cannot run out the clock.
21 serves 24.
How important was that serve out the door? That was a side out.
Black ball.
Well, it was certainly unfortunate for Tracy, but you know, she's not out of this yet.
21 serves 24.
Oh, that was a great return
Out.
from Daskalakis.
Yeah.
Pushes Tracy out the door.
We're
Tries
back.
to go with a punch
Again,
fist.
championship point, serves 21.
There it is.
Out.
Daskalakis wins
Match.
the women's big ball championship here, one wall variety in Las Vegas, Nevada, as she takes down one of her biggest heroes, Tracy Davis, in the process. And what a great fought match this was. Rather lengthy too, and these women pro players are definitely having to find the shade, looking for the coolest air they can find, some water, and I mean, you just have to feel for what they had to go through there. Absolutely remarkable play from both of these pro women players. We will get them live on the air here with Watch ESPN and the Watch ESPN app. Of course, we're affording our champion Danielle Daskalakis a chance to just cool off and get a little breather before we pull her back onto the court. It's exactly what she's going to have to do here as she now makes her way to center court, and we'll get an interview with her here with our very own David Fink, who is courtside. Let's go to him now.
Dave, we're here with the women's one-wall big ball singles runner-up and champion. First, Tracy Davis. Tracy, you came in second here. I'd like to award you with this on behalf of WPH Outdoor. It's amazing having you play. I know you don't play that much one-wall big ball, but you're just so good at it. That match could have gone either way. Unfortunately for you, it didn't go your way, but you have to be happy for your protege, Danielle, and NYAC teammate.
Yeah, I came in, I figured myself the underdog. She's really good with the big ball, and she's playing a lot more one-wall than I was. So I just wanted to go out there and have some fun and at least be competitive. And I didn't win, but it's not the worst thing. Like, I'm glad I was able to compete, and she pulled out and she played great. So I'm happy with what happened.
Well, it was wonderful having you play. Danielle, I know this is your first ever singles victory against Tracy, and I know that means so much more to you to have beaten such an amazing champion in the finals. You played incredible. How does it feel now to be not only the national champion, but the outdoor wall ball one-wall women's champion?
It feels like I don't have to prove as much, so it feels good. It's a positive thing. Any type of winning is a positive, so yeah, it's great. Especially having to play Tracy in the finals. I knew I was going to have to play her. I was like, it's happening. And I was happy.
Well, it was such a great match. We loved watching both of you. We hope to be able to see you guys play again next year in this same event. And on behalf of the WPH, want to thank you guys for playing, and congratulations once again. Great performance. Dave, back to you.
Thank you very much. David Fink giving us the award presentation with Danielle Daskalakis saying something pretty interesting there, and that would be, she won the national championship, but she knows that Tracy Davis did not enter that tournament because Tracy really is not a big ball, one wall player. But she says that now I feel like it sort of validated what I have accomplished along the way, because now to win that one was, obviously big, but now she wins this one and she does it with Tracy in the draw. Now it's starting to validate her success, and I believe she looks at that as really a positive thing, as anybody would in her position. So congratulations to Danielle Daskalakis. She's the Women's Classic winner with the United States Handball Association earlier in the year, and that would be very similar to win a national championship in that variety of four-wall small ball play. That was a major win for her. So she puts her name on a list of great champions, and then she goes out and does the one-wall big ball national championship, and then closes it out with this three-wall outdoor three-wall ball championship. And she says it's starting to validate me. It's validating my progress. So we concur. We're going to wrap up this match, and we'll have the men's big ball one-wall final coming up next here on the Watch ESPN app. That's going to be doubles. Don't you stick close for that, as we'll be giving you more of this live stream. Brought to you by the World Players of Handball, thruwallball.com, Ahern Construction, Echelon Outdoor, Coca-Cola, Powerade, Dasane, Melissa's, Soda Man, Edel Handball, World Outdoor Racquetball, the NPA National Paddleball Association, and, of course, the World Players of Handball. We'll be back in just a bit for Dave Fink, Molly Jean Trotter, Jeff Kastner, Linda Manning, Chris Garrad. My name is Dave Vincent. We'll have the next pro doubles match coming up next. Stay here at ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.